Happy week 2, entrepreneurial readiness. It's Professor Crow again. I'm going to give you guys a video outlining what I'm looking for, or I guess really an example of what I'm looking for your discussion in week 2. You can record a video if you would like, or you can type in the box as well. I am not going to use any of the examples provided so that you guys can use those examples. Instead, I am going to use something that I have right here. I am not drinking, I promise. So, what I need from you guys is information about your customer, your supplier, and your barriers to entry for the company that you've selected below. You will use this company again as we complete the Porter's 5, so just be aware of that. So, what I have here is Stone Hill Wine, Big Knolls. As I look into my customer, I automatically know for this particular product my customer is going to be either a male or female that is 21 years of age or older. That's going to be my target market. I don't know that they're marketing to any particular age segment above 20, but I do know that it's just definitely 21 and up. Where's my customer located? The customers are going to be located throughout the United States, but the primary, gosh, I can't talk today. I'm sorry. The primary customer is going to be in Missouri. Stone Hill is in Hermann, Missouri. So the majority of people who know about that particular wine and winery are probably going to live in Missouri. Okay, so moving on to suppliers. So first off, we have to determine what the raw materials are that go into my product. Number one, obviously grapes. Pretty easy. Let's see. This makes it easy because there should be some type of product list oftentimes on the back. I don't really see much, so I'm assuming we're just going with grapes here. And in addition to the grapes, this bottle is made out of wine, so the bottle's made out of wine. The bottle is made out of glass, so glass is going to be one of our raw materials as well. And then we have to consider the top as well as the paper and items that are sealing that in. Those are going to be our raw materials. Now, as you do your products, I want you to dig deep and determine who actually produced these items. So if you choose McDonald's, where do those wrappers come from? Does McDonald's produce them? Do they get them from someone? Where does McDonald's beef come from? What farm? You should be able to actually trace that information down. So go to their website and look into it, or you can Google it. The information is there. Next, we get to our barriers of entry. For Stone Hill, the barriers of entry into the wine industry, there are quite a few. There are licenses that you have to have. You've got to have land. You have to have land to grow your grapes, right? So if you don't have enough land to grow your grapes, then you're not going to have grapes. The weather can be a barrier to entry. If this is a bad season and your crop doesn't grow well, then you're not going to be able to harvest it, and there's not going to be wine. Advertising might be a barrier to entry. A lot of wine lovers are very particular and specific on what they like and what company they want to use, so that can be a barrier of entry. So those are the types of things that I am looking for. So again, for this project, you're looking at your customer. At a bare minimum, tell me their age, their gender, their location. Remember, gender can be male and female. That's perfectly fine. Your suppliers of your materials. So you have to identify what your raw materials are and then dig down from there. If you choose a company like McDonald's, you don't have to go down the whole product list as far as providing information about those suppliers, but definitely choose one thing. So you might choose the Big Mac, or you might choose the French fries, and go down what goes into that particular item and where do they come from. Okay, and I'm just using McDonald's as that example. And then finally, the barriers to entry. This is probably going to be a big one, and you're going to have to think outside the box to try to determine what that is. So I'm looking forward to your discussions and videos if you choose to. Best of luck this week.